Well, this is going to be a video about an unpleasant experience. uh, Good prices on PCs. My laptop is 8 years old, and I think it's starting to have memory problems. And plus, Microsoft's been haranguing everyone about upgrading to Windows 11, so I bit the bullet and went and bought this CyberPower Gaming Master PC or whatever. Nice machine. They don't manufacture anything. They just buy parts and put them together. And if you Theo's up here with his tail getting in the way. If you don't custom have one made for you, it comes packaged nice. Even right in here, you take this glass panel off, and they've got expandable foam inside a plastic package that keeps everything in place. I didn't have any trouble setting it up and getting everything Windows 11. Although whatever this latest upgrade 2H, whatever it is, I forget the number for it. I won't install on it because Microsoft's full of the Windows 11, their latest updates, full of bugs and crashing PCs, thousands and thousands of them. So mine's hung up. It won't try and install it. They've marked my PC off as not being installing it. The only downside to this machine is there are no drives. There's no disk drive, no CD drive, no DVD drive, nothing. Everything has to be done digitally, so you have to have access to the internet to get to it. And the second, well, actually, it should be the first. The biggest thing, there is literally no documentation other than a startup guide that has like 6 steps. So, in order to find out anything about this computer, you have to know each individual part and who made it, and go find documentation on their website. So I know what the game controller is. I know what the CPU is. I know that the motherboard's an Asus motherboard. I have no idea what the case is. There's nothing anywhere that says what the case is. But it's a very nice machine. Terabyte SSD. I forget what the amount of memory's in it. I've been involved in too many other things. And in the back, I'm not going to try and show it to you, but in the back, there's a couple of USB ports here, and there's 4 more in the back, and HDMI. There's a bunch of stuff in it. These fans suck air in. There's a fan on the CPU, and then there's one in the back that's an exhaust fan. And unless you're in a clean room environment, this thing gets dirty. I've already vacuumed this thing off 3 times already, and it needs to be vacuumed again. So the biggest thing I had was I bought this $500 Samsung monitor. Very nice monitor. It's got little ports down here for the speakers, HDMI cable that runs to the PC, and this PC, one HDMI port, you can't use it. You got to use the other one. That says that on. There's a sticker that goes from here to here that warns you about not using the other thing. Anyways, $500 monitor. There aren't no speakers in it. I spent the better part of 3 days tracing down problems with drivers. In fact, there's actually a test button in Windows 11 that lets you see if the driver's working, and it was, but there was no sound coming out. Turns out there ain't no speakers in this $500 monitor. I had to go buy, I just bought a cheap set of speakers. They work fine for me. So anyways, it's a nice machine. The monitor's nice and big. You can actually load 2 web pages side by side, or 4 if you want to make them a little bit smaller. I did have a hell of a lot of trouble installing the video editing software. I finally got it on there, and it seems to be working. The two games I play the most of, which is Spades and Solitaire, uh, those work fine, and I already had those downloaded as installable files. It's real easy to back up. I got another 1 terabyte Seagate drive. Just plug it into USB port. However, I discovered real quick you can run out of the four USB ports in the back aren't enough. So I bought this little doohickey here, and it's pretty decent because you can plug stuff in, and then it's got buttons on the side where you can turn stuff on and off. So I got 5 more expansion slots for that because all 4 in the back. The monitor takes, the keyboard takes a USB thing, the mouse takes a USB thing, the speakers takes a USB thing, so you're left with one. So I put that in. Now I got 5 more slots, and you just turn them on and off as you need them. But now the subject of my main complaint. Well, number one, I hate Windows 11. There are so many changes that we're used to go into settings or stuff like that to change things. It's all rearranged. I've had this machine now for about 3 weeks, and I'm still like, the taskbar along the bottom. That's not such a big deal, but this part over here, I've still not figured out how to rearrange that the way I had it before. And Windows 11 is constantly nagging you to, upgrade to Microsoft this, Microsoft that. They don't want you to use anything but their stuff. And then we come on to my third and my biggest complaint, and one that's going to end up costing me $60. The only 2 games I had on there were Spades and Solitaire. So, here's another good thing. When I went to Best Buy and bought this, I paid a price for it, and then I was doing something on the Best Buy website, and turns out they have a price match during the holidays. So it went on sale after it was a Black Friday sale, and it was $100 off. So I went into the store, and they credited the account $109 for the difference in price and the sales tax. So I had $109, and I thought, well, hell, I'll go buy some kind of fancy game for it. Now, I've had Microsoft Flight Simulator in the past. In fact, I still got the DVDs for it. In fact, I got, that's it. I got a whole damn drawer full of DVDs and CDs with games and stuff on them. Unless I figure out a way to make them into ISOs, I can't use them on this machine. So probably $5,000-$6,000 worth of software in there that I can't use anymore. That's another thing. The screen keeps going blank. I got to go change the settings so it doesn't turn off so fast. So I went back on Best Buy and found a copy of Flight Simulator. I used to have Flight Simulator X. Played it a lot. Had all the joysticks and all that other nonsense that goes along with it. And so I thought, well, I'll just buy the latest version. So you go in there, they got like 4 different versions. I don't want all the fancy stuff. I just got the standard version for $59.99. Says digital on there. Doesn't say anything else. Works on this PC, blah, blah, blah. Downloaded it a day later. I get the activation codes because it's all digital. Go on, redeem it. Shows up in as something that I purchased in the thing. But here's the kicker, and this is the part where Microsoft really is just thieving. You can't play the stupid thing. You can't download it to your PC without going through the Xbox console. Xbox console won't play anything unless you buy a Game Pass subscription. And it's $1 for the first 14 days, and then they charge you $12, $11.99, $12 a month to have the damn. So you pay $60 for the software, and then you got to pay $12 a month to use it. So I thought, well, that's not right. I must be doing something wrong. So I went online, got on with a tech support guy in a chat. We went through all kinds of stuff, checked settings, restarted the PC, and on and on and on and on, 3 hours worth. And best they could do was refund the $59.99 to my Microsoft wallet, which I don't have. And in order to do that, I have to give them some, like a credit card or something. So I guess because they think after all this, you're going to be buying more stuff from them. And, but there's no way to get the money out. So they've got it. They've got your money forever and then after you can't play the game. They can't play the game unless I buy the subscription. And my rule of thumb is I don't buy subscription software. If I pay for it, I want to be able to use it. They have an upgrade comes out, I might pay for the upgrade, but I'm not paying a subscription to use something I paid for already. So that's where I'm at. I'm out $60, $59.99. And then when all this other crap, the joystick and all the other stuff I ordered to be able to play that game shows up on Wednesday, I'm not even going to open the box. I'm just going to take it back to Best Buy and return it all. I wrote a nasty review about how they don't tell you any of this stuff when you buy it. There's no refund. There's nothing you can do. They've just taken your money and you're stuck unless you want to pay the subscription fees. So anyhow, that's where I'm at with this thing. I'm pretty torqued off at Microsoft. I will never buy another Microsoft game. I warn you, unless you got an Xbox console or willing to pay the subscription, don't do it. And the same thing happened with the MetaQuest. Spent $400 for a VR headset, and the one game that I liked playing on it went away after 6 months. So now I've got a $400 VR headset sitting in there with thousands of little kiddie games and shoot 'em up games, but nothing that I want to play. So it's just gathering dust. So anyways, that's my word of warning. Beware of Microsoft. And because they set it, I think somebody had to plan this. They set it up so that they can get your money. And then once they got it, you're stuck. So if you don't want it, or you don't, I refuse to buy subscription software. That's why I won't buy Office. I won't buy anything that you have to pay a subscription or. Once I pay for it, it's mine until I either want to upgrade it or change to a different brand. So anyways, I'm pretty torqued off about the whole thing. The only reason I did all this was because my laptop was 8 years old and I think it's starting to get some memory problems or something. But anyways, well, that's without cursing and yelling and hollering, and I'm pretty, $60 ain't all that much. I mean, eBay and PayPal stiffed me for $22 about 15, 16 years ago, and I ain't bought a single thing from them since. In fact, I even closed out the PayPal account and all that. So, it's ridiculous. That's my opinion, and I'm going to stick to it because I'm miffed. So I've got Flight Simulator sitting out in my store. It's redeemed, everything's there, but I can't play it because I ain't paying for an subscription to Xbox console so that I can play it. That is the stupidest damn thing. And the only reason I can think of they did it because there's got to be thousands and thousands of people that do the same thing as me and don't realize that you can't just download the program onto your computer and play it. You have to pay this stupid subscription thing. So anyways, that's my final word on the matter. Beware of Microsoft and anything that they sell in any store anywhere, because you ain't buying it. All you're doing is getting a code so you can go subscribe to their stupid gaming console. Anyways, It's cold out here. These guys are, I think you see where they're at. I think it was 30 something degrees last night. Oh, one other nice thing about this thing is I got rid of two power strips. Well, on this machine, because this one over here just got everything switched out. The laptop's still sitting there, but you know, there's plenty of open spaces on that. But I'm down to just this one power strip. Look at all this spaghetti network of cables and stuff. I don't know. This stuff's just getting too complicated. I may go back to reading books. Y'all have a great day. Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving. Bye.